वक्त है कमर्शियल ब्रेक का। कमर्शियल ब्रेक के बाद वापस आएंगे तो एम्बेसडर कैमरॉन मंटर हमारे साथ होंगे। वेलकम बैक। हमारे साथ हैं अमेरिका के पाकिस्तान में सफीर एम्बेसडर कैमरॉन मंटर। Ambassador, this incident of Osama bin Laden closely followed the Raymond Davis incident, which has a very specific imprint on Pakistani hearts. This American diplomat killing two Pakistanis on the streets of Lahore. It happened. It was a very, very serious incident, and we were promised, by no less important person than the Senate Foreign Relations Committee Chairman, Senator John Kerry. Let me play it for you.
For our government to conduct a criminal investigation. That's our law. And I can give you the full assurance of our government today that that will take place.
Where is Mr. Raymond Davis and where is this criminal investigation against him? You got him back without his passport and whatever, you had the might, you got him back, but where is this criminal investigation?
The criminal investigation is ongoing as promised by Senator Kerry. And Senator Kerry is a very important voice here. You have good friends in the United States.
Absolutely.
Senator John Kerry, Senator Lugar, Hillary Clinton, even the President himself, these people are committed to your success. But for them to prevail in the debates that's in the United States, they need help. And the help they need in the post-Osama bin Laden period is they need the answers from the government here on how can we work together, how can we move together and build trust. They're counting on the actions by your leadership to make the fundamental decisions, how we move together.
And Ambassador, where is that traveler, where is that vehicle which came wrong way, crushed an innocent Pakistanis, and we tried, we pleaded, we requested, you didn't give us driver, you didn't give us that vehicle. And you talk about upholding law. Where is that driver? Where is that vehicle?
We are investigating that issue and we're in contact with your government about it.
And how gravely this incident actually impacted our two relationships?
It was a tough incident. It was very regrettable. And what was the saddest thing about it was that there was a tragic loss of life. And the fact that any time there's a loss of life, it's a tragedy. And we regret very much that this kind of incident happened in so many ways. What it showed us, however, is that we have to redouble our efforts to make sure this thing does not happen again. This is going to take hard work, tough decisions, look so that we can define the tasks we have ahead so that we will never, ever get in this position once more.
And what do you say about the perception in Pakistan is that we are being used as hired guns. We were used in 80s and now we are being used again. US has made a determination that its troops are going to go back. This fall it's going to start, and the US is going back again, leaving a mess behind. And how would you address this sense in Pakistanis?
It's something that's a legitimate fear. But I think Pakistanis can be confident about two things. First of all, in Afghanistan, we are not leaving. Just like we're not leaving Pakistan. We have a long-term commitment to both countries. Both countries are our friends. We hope that as we defeat the insurgents, the face of the American presence will be less military and more civilian, more business, more culture, more education, the things that both countries really need. And we're very pleased to see the better relationships between Afghanistan and Pakistan. So in that area, I think you'll see us here, perhaps not in a military face, but in a civilian one. On this other question about whether you're being used, your leadership has said to the public, the Pakistani public, you are fighting these people not because we're telling you. You're fighting them because they are attacking you. When a Sufi shrine is blown up, when people are killed on the streets in a Navy bus in Karachi, this is an attack on Pakistan, and I admire the Pakistani military and the police and those people who fight every day all around the country, but especially up in the north, to fight for the freedom and for the safety of the people of Pakistan.
So there's a lot of talk about the U.S. assistance to Pakistan, USA to Pakistan, but some in the government actually question that. Like you must have heard Finance Minister Dr. Hafiz Sheikh saying that it's a myth that we are getting billions of US dollars, and he talked about Kerry Lugar and said so far this year we have only received $300 million so far. There have been promises, and promises are very strong promises, but those promises are not met at all, and they are very critical promises. Yeah. Let me play it for you, the President Bush promise which he made in 2006.
We strongly support the President's vision of a Reconstruction Opportunity Zone. remote areas of Pakistan and Afghanistan. This vision means that products manufactured in those zones would be eligible for duty-free entry into the United States. So we're working to create such zones.
Very, very key determination. 5 years ago, the President of the United States made that determination. So much is happening, so much of talk, but some of us believe that there's more talk, less action.
You know, that criticism is something that we have to accept. It's criticism from friends, it's honest criticism, and we take it. We're too slow, and we need to work harder to do better in our assistance program. Two elements of this. One is in assistance. We spent last year $1.7 billion in Pakistan. Now, the Kerry Lugar-Berman funds that Mr. Sheikh was talking about, that was, I believe, 300 million of that. But we spent much more than that. And if you look at the farmers who are growing wheat this year, much of the wheat that came after the floods, that was American seed. Why are we doing it? Because we want you guys to be prosperous. When you look at people who are having lady health workers come to their house so that women who aren't able to get health care do that, we're paying for that. We're not doing it with big signs. We're doing it because this is the right thing to do. So maybe not everyone notices it, but it's happening. We can always do better. And the second point is that point that you referred to with the president. You don't really need assistance in the long run. You need to have a strong economy built on trade, and we're committed to pushing through these so-called ROZs. New legislation is being prepared to be put forward in our Congress. We're late. I absolutely agree with you. But we're just as committed to make that happen because we believe your long-term health is based on the strength of your economy, not having assistance.
An important thorn in our relationship in North Waziristan, Haqqani network. Why U.S. insists that we accept the characterization of Haqqani network as you explained it to us? Why don't we accommodate ourselves and go somewhere in between? We should have a convergence of our views.
I can only say that if you grow vipers in your backyard, they're going to bite you.
But this is your characterization. Maybe your characterization, your interpretation of the event and whatever is happening there may not actually suit Pakistani national security interest. It's not a must, it's not necessary that what suits you in the United States actually suit us also. And this is, I think, a strategic conflict.
Well, you come to a very good point. These questions of who's defining who suits what, that's precisely why we need to get together and talk more. We try as hard as we can to get your military and your civilian leadership together with us for strategic talks. I couldn't agree more. We have to talk these things over. We have very strong ideas about this. So do you. Good friends need to talk those things through.
And where do you see our relationship in the next year or so?
I think it's up to Pakistan. I think the key thing in the U.S.-Pakistani relationship is Pakistan's internal debate, an internal debate led by people like you in the press, an internal debate led by your elected officials in parliament about where you want to go. And I believe, after talking with people in Pakistan, you want to go in the direction that has always been stated, to fight terrorism, to have an open society that's tolerant, to push back against those people who are trying to take Pakistan from you. When you do this, and you can, we'll be there to help you.
Thank you so much, Ambassador.
Thank you.
एम्बेसडर कैमरॉन मंटर हमारे साथ थे। एम्बेसडर कैमरॉन मंटर ने क्या अहम बातें की ये मैं आपको बताऊंगा वक्फे के बाद।